one of his more recent startups is called Tweetup, and he is applying an advertising model to Twitter. Why don't you take it from there?
Thank you very much. It's really great to be here today. I'd like to show you idealab's newest company, announced last month. It's Tweetup. We're just launching in live beta today, and last month we've gotten nearly 100,000 keywords from bidders with a cumulative 10 million followers. Today I'm going to show you what we've done with that, but first, what is Tweetup? Well, if I could tell you in just one slide what Tweetup is, it's this. Twitter is so unbelievably powerful. It would be even more powerful if you could take the really valuable content that you wanted to get to unbelievably targeted listeners and reach them even more directly. During the climate change conference in December, I wrote a post about the Copenhagen conference, and I tweeted to connect to my blog. I was really looking forward to the discussion that would ensue. Just 10 seconds later, my Copenhagen tweet was bumped off the screen by things like, "I'm looking for where to buy mittens in Copenhagen." So it's really frustrating that you could say something that you feel is very important, but you can't quite reach the target audience that you want to get to. And that's what Tweetup is about. Imagine that you could type in a search term and get the absolute most relevant tweeters and tweets on that subject. We're building an algorithm that takes many different factors into account, including bid, to try and get those relevant tweeters right in front of you. One example could be at a search engine, like at tweetup.com, but another would be at a publisher website. We've launched at TechCrunch.com this morning. So for example, next to the article at TechCrunch on the hackathon could be a Tweetup widget, or Twidget, on the right-hand side of the screen that is pre-populated with the word hack. You can see the people who show up for that. Katerina shows up, Nick Bilton shows up, Gadget Lab shows up, Tim O'Reilly shows up. This is a combination of bidded tweeters and just tweeters who are in the system because their results are extremely relevant for this particular search term. I'll show you an example of what this might look like on our website. If you come to the website right here, you can type in a search term. Right now, tech is typed in, but if I type in, say, travel, what you'll see are great tweeters on that topic, which you can then choose to follow. Or if I type in books. We really want to spread this out, not just at a search site, but to publishers all over the web. We're partnering with people on a 50-50 rev share, and depending on the site, this could cause a revenue boost of between $1 and $5 average CPM. So this could be a really great way to monetize information with valuable content to a user. Think of it almost like an AdSense unit, but instead of being filled with ads, it's filled with valuable content to the reader at your website. Another example of a way we could give relevant tweet information directly in context would be, say, at Crunch Gear on this review of this new Sony video camera. While hovering over the name of the new Sony camera, you can see in context that David Pogue has written a review on that, and you can see his information to follow him, as well as his most relevant tweets on this particular topic. We use his bio information, the subject matter of his tweet, and many other factors in trying to make this exactly relevant, just-in-time contextual information. Here are a list of the keywords that people bid on in the last month. It's really interesting to see. Obviously, the early adopters come at the top. The number one bidded term is the word entrepreneur. 725 people bid on that word. The number two term, social media. 614 people bid on that. The 18 most popular term, Facebook. 161 people bid on that. But that's at the head of the tail. If you start looking at the end of the tail, you see some of the really interesting things people bid on over on the right-hand side. Miami Luxury Hotel. Guacamole. 11 people bid on the word guacamole. Romania travel. Pakistani blogger. Piano technician. You can see the unbelievable targeting and specialization that people would like to reach their exact audience, and Tweetup is intended to allow the user to do that. In addition to letting you bid on keywords, we also let you curate your tweets. We allow people to enhance their profile, choose keywords for free, and bidding is completely optional, and that allows us to improve the results. And let me show you how that works. If I go into my personal profile page, I'll see all of my tweets. Here are all my top tweets. Here's my real-time feed. Automatically, we'll pick apart all your tweets tweets by your main keyword categories, and then you can come in and edit those to get it more precise. But here are all my solar energy tweets, all my tweets from the TED conference, and so on. In addition, we try and give you a better way to manage your tweets and visually search them. So you can search all of them by keyword, but you can look at all of them by links. And now I can scroll through and look at the links that I've tweeted in the past with all the articles called out. I can look at all the photos that I've ever tweeted, and I can see all of those from different conferences. And in addition, we allow you to go by places too. So we took all of Mike Arrington's tweets, and you can see them all here, sorted by TechCrunch, by the Disrupt conference tweets. But I can even click on places, and we did a mashup with Google Maps. So if I zoom in on this map, you can now see all of Mike's tweets and where he tweeted them from. So if I click on it, you can see the tweets down below. Here he was when he was at McCarran Airport. Here he was when he was up in Seattle, and all the tweets he tweeted from there. This is going to be very powerful to allow people to manage, organize, and promote their most important tweets. We really want to get that around in the system to try and get more relevance wherever you might be. Finally, we have a great analytics system. If I log into my own account here, up at the top, I can go to my analytics page, and we give you all the standard analytics similar to Google Analytics, but we give you something else that's very special. We give you the exact location where you got all of your impressions and how many clicks and followers you got from that location. So for example, here it says TweetDeck, 1,329 impressions, say 300 clicks, 130 followers, what my conversion rate is, Seismic, TechCrunch, Answers.com. Because we're not worried about you taking the relationship with Tweetup and going direct to these websites, we want to give you full transparency to see all the places where you have visibility, all the places where you're getting your users, and all the places where you can target your campaign to try and get your words in front of the exact targeted person. I hope this gives you somewhat of a sense of the power that we hope to bring to Twitter by allowing you to have this kind of targeting and to target your words to the right person all over the web. I'd love you to give it a try at tweetup.com. It's free. You can add keywords for free. Bidding is not required. The bidding is completely optional. And I'd love your feedback on all of these ideas in my presentation. Please go to feedback.com and you can write me any feedback on any of this. But first, thank you very much. You're a great audience.